Silverstone in Great Britain, round 5 of the Michelin Le Mans Cup and a first ever visit to the home of the British Grand Prix. And it might be here that some of our titles are decided in our 3 classes: LMP3, LMP3 ProAm and GT3. In LMP3, RHGP lead the standings with car number 85. The lineup includes a newcomer to endurance racing this season, 19-year-old Hugo Schwarzer.
It was a big change coming from single-seaters and stepping into endurance racing, but I'm really enjoying it. The longer races really suit my driving. And yeah, it's looking really well in the championship, of course. We started off the year a bit difficult, struggled a bit with the car, but together with Duquesne and obviously RSGP, we managed to bring the car to the top.
The young German has been teamed up with 2024 Michelin Le Mans Cup runner-up Adrian David.
He's a very experienced driver, obviously, not just here in endurance racing, but also in single-seaters. So having him as my teammate is really good. He's a very good coach, and he keeps on giving me good advice every round. And it's very beneficial for me as a driver coming into this championship and into this new format, just to have an experienced guy at my side. And yeah, he's helping me a lot.
Thanks to a win on home soil at Spa last month, Eric Dodonka lies second in the LMP3 Pro-Am Championship. The gentleman driver races this season alongside young French ace Ginnetta.
I didn't drive a prototype for 2 years because I stopped for 2 years, then I drove GT. And I like very much the new Ligier. It suits my driving style better. Ligier told me about Gillian, and so I said what I was looking for. So I did test him. He was really nice kid. I mean, and it's fast. I knew it was fast, but I wanted to meet him, and it's going very, very well. And I'm really happy to have made that choice. There's still 2 races, and it's going to be tough. There are 2 Rinaldis. There is INS with Julien Lemoine also on the back. I mean, it's going to be interesting.
Ten years ago, Ginnetta made LMP3 history at Silverstone, creating the first LMP3 car and winning the 2015 ELMS. The British manufacturer is back in the Michelin Le Mans Cup after a 7-year absence, with 4-time Michelin Le Mans Cup title winners DKR Engineering running their machines.
To be back here is quite special because nobody knows the hard work Ginnetta had to put in to make this happen. I mean, we originally designed the LMP3 car to have a V6 engine, but then they realised the performance wouldn't be enough, did the ACO, and quickly Orica made the Nissan V8. So, we had to extend the car. Michelin Le Mans Cup is amazing. It's one of the hardest championships, I think, in the world. There's so many good drivers and teams involved, and we have a very big part in starting that. So yeah, I just hope we can build on this and use the Ginnetta ladder we have in the UK and around the world to bring more drivers through, and that's the important thing. Keep providing that platform for people to progress.
Ginnetta Motorsport chairman Lawrence Tomlinson won the 24 Hours of Le Mans back in 2006 in LMGT2. Now his son, Freddie Tomlinson, is racing with DKR Engineering in the Michelin Le Mans Cup.
His career, he's been very busy at school, and education's been important for Freddie, but now he's focusing on his driving career. This year he's very much enjoyed working with DKR. Wyatt, his teammate, is very fast, so he's had a good baseline, a good reference to work from. DKR Engineering in the last part of their name is very important because the car does need development, and it still does. And they took the original Norma and had the success with Laurent's driving. You know, for us as a business, the one victory we wanted and always wanted was Le Mans. So to achieve that with DKR in the ProAm category with Antti Ramo and Thomas Laurent driving, we didn't expect to do that. So we were super thrilled with that. And no, the partnership's good. We're working hard, and I think between Ginnetta and Kendi and his team of guys, we have all the ingredients to take that next step.
As part of the celebrations surrounding the British Round, teams and drivers are invited to a gourmet tasting event by Michelin-starred chef Laurie Gear at the prestigious home of the British Racing Drivers Club. The club set up by the Bentley Boys in 1928, the owners of Silverstone Circuit. In LMP3, Hadjian Davies claimed his second pole position of the season for RHGP's number 85. In LMP3 Pro-Am, Thomas Kiefer took a maiden pole for high-class racing with the number 49 machine. And in GT3, it was also a first pole of the season, Vanina X taking the top spot in the 83 Iron Dames Porsche. Ready to go racing at Silverstone for the first time with the Michelin Le Mans Cup. Hadjian Davies pacing the field. Lena Bühler, the 2-3 events racing number 50 machine alongside Pierre-Alexandre Provost, threatening from behind the points leaders CLX Motorsport. Red lights are out and we are racing at Silverstone. Season 10 of the Michelin Le Mans Cup. Hadjian Davies takes the lead and Pierre-Alexandre Provost immediately jumping into second place in Copse Corner. Out wide, Sebastian Graveland for Team Virage, no damage there, but he's lost that sixth position early on. Into Maggots and Beckett's and more trouble, and that is CD Sports' Shahan Sarkisian. He'll rejoin at the tail of the field. Out of the Vale. Turning right and right again through Club Corner onto the Hamilton Straight, past the Formula One pits. Oh, and somebody's lost a bit of bodywork, and across the curb, spinning, is Colin Noble in the number 7 Nielsen racing car. Quite an awkward position, but everybody's avoided him. Behind the top three, the man on the move, Bent Savalent in the blue and yellow DKR Engineering car. Down the inside of Lena Bühler in the 2-3 events racing machine. He moves up to fourth place. He started the race in 7th. It's not even the end of lap 1. He's already made up 3 spots. And the car that started on the outside of the front row, Lena Bühler, down to 5th now. Trouble for Mark van der Snel and Eric de Donker of Motorsport 98. They both continue. Pass here for 10th place, Samir Ben, Team Virage, going by Valentino Catalano in the Gephardt Motorsport car, number 70. 5th place battle, the green car, Luciano Morano, Forestier Racing by VPS has gone by Lena Bühler in the 2-3 events racing car now. Edgar Pierre, the RHGP car number 86 is on the inside as well, squeezing through as they come through Club Corner. And Lena Bühler's problems have not ended there because look, Cedric Ultramar for CLX, and on the inside, Thomas Hamburg, CD Sport, goes by both of them, so he's up to 7th. Lena Bühler still holding on from Cedric Ultramar, and now the yellow-nosed Samir Ben, Team Virage 74. Lena Bühler fighting a rearguard action here with cars all around and a big lock-up from Samir Ben. Just held on to that one. Here's our GT3 leader, the points leader Eliseo O'Donoghue, the 51 Ferrari. There's the Aston Martin in 2nd place, Valentin Asseclo. 3rd, the first of those 2 Porsches. That is Vanina X, the Iron Dames car, the pole sitter. Out front, the championship leading 85 RHGP car, Hugo Schwarzer, just about a second and a half ahead of Pierre-Alexandre Provost, the CLX Motorsport team that lies 2nd in the standings. So advantage RHGP. Cedric Altamar still trying to pass Lena Bula, the CLX Motorsport car that lies third in the points, squeezes through on the inside. There's contact as they drop down into the Vale. Lena Bula with the inside of the left-hander, and Samir Ben in the Team Virage car is right there to pick up the pieces with the Gepard Motorsport machine trailing in his wake. Down to Village. Here comes Valentino Catalano, sends it on the inside into the tight right-hander, up to ninth ahead of Samir Ben. Now the tight left, out of the loop and through Aintree onto the Wellington straight, and the Team Virage driver coming back at him. So Samir Ben with the racing line on the inside as they come down into Brooklands in front of the BRDC building. But Catalano holding on. Now the track goes right and right again. Great battle for 10th place here. This is classic Silverstone racing. Here's the view of the start. Hugo Schwarzer into the lead immediately as they sweep into Copse Corner. Always much faster than it looks. Little contact right at the back, but everybody else just about getting through. There's the multicoloured car of EBI Motors and Fabrizio Broggi, a right rear puncture. That was just passing the pits. He's going to have to do the entire lap now. And lots of cars, 13, having 10 seconds added to their next pit stop for a start infringement, including the pole sitter Vanina Ix in the Iron Dames Porsche, as Broggi finally makes it back. And more trouble for Eric de Doncker. Second in the Pro-Am points, and he is off into gravel. And he is deeply buried. Fabrizio Broggi back out as we go full course yellow. Everybody down to 80 kilometres an hour, and that will allow the rescue crews to extract de Doncker. Well, here's what happened. This is at the exit of the Vale. Just got two wheels on the curb under braking and rolled harmlessly backwards, but he's deeply buried. That will need lifting out. Again, the replay. Yep, just touched the curb under braking, enough to unsettle the car. He'll be annoyed with himself for that one. Oh, there's a spinner. Axel Noos, ANS Motorsport. Only just gone back to green, and he's looped it around in the exit of Brooklands. Yeah, just on the throttle too early, and not enough downforce to help him there. Big crash at Copse. Ben Stone and the Porsche of Fabrizio Broggi both into gravel. Well, how did they come together? Broggi on the outside, Stone in the middle here in a battle in LMP3. And it's contact as the Porsche turns in and hits the LMP3 car. The Breton Racing Machine and the EBI Motors car are out. Safety car deployed. Well, the good news is that both drivers are all right, but their races are over with an hour and 20 still to go. It's been a tough race for the EBI Motors team. Gael Julien in the high-class garage. His teammate Thomas Kiefer started on LMP3 Pro-Am pole. And Samir Ben, all the good work he did undone as he loops around behind the safety car. Alvis Rodella getting ready. So too Antoine Doquin at RHGP. We go back to green. Hour and 10 minutes on the clock of this hour and 50-minute race. So a little early yet for pit stops. A bit more racing to do. RHGP leading from CLX, Forestier, and then Reiter up to 4th place. What a good run they've had. Trouble at Stowe. Behind the Aston Martin, contact for the second RHGP car. Romano Ricci turned around by Jacek Zielonka in the Team Virage entry, and more contact. Vanina Ix in the Iron Dames Porsche getting a slap from the Racing Spirit Le Mans prototype. Hugo Schwarzer in the pits. A new leader is Pierre-Alexandre Provost, CLX Motorsport running a little longer. Hadjian David just about to climb into the RHGP car, trying to add to their points advantage here. In the Beckett's S's, 27, Louis Hamilton Smith, P4 Racing, maybe trying to stay out of the way of the faster cars, and loops into a harmless spin. The only loss is time. GT3 leader Eliseo Dono yet to change. Philip Saga has taken over the Aston. Matteo Garcia Lopez, the Porsche, in third. Car stranded at pit exit. Peugeot 1 Moreno, Breton Racing. Looks like something collapsed as he left the pit lane. Battle for ninth in LMP3 Pro-Am, the blue car, Aussie Fraser Ross for GG Classics. Compatriot Griffin Peebles in the red and black Rinaldi Racing 66 dives through on the inside at Village and grabs the spot. David Drew aboard the CLX Motorsport car number 97, the blue and black car chasing Matteo Cantarelli in car number 50, the 2-3 Events racing car that started on the outside of the front row. This is the race for 13th place in LMP3 as CLX's Pierre-Alexandre Provost hands over to Alvis Rodella and David Drew rally crosses around the exit of club corner. That's the Iron Dames Porsche. What's happened to Marta Garcia Lopez? Replay shows Pierre Caffer in behind her and hits her at Village. Double spin for the Porsche. Is that the end of their race? Here's the replay. David Drew. That was a proper heart in the mouth moment there. I'm sure he saw those barriers racing towards him. Matteo Cantarelli for 2-3 Events attacking Antoine Doquin RHGP. Just about got away with that in Brooklands, but a big moment there for Cantarelli. Trying to recover some of those places lost early on in the number 50 machine. This is Kevin Rabin for CD Sports. Not quite getting it right into the loop. Finally, with 50 minutes to go, an hour already run, Eliseo Dono into the pit lane, hands over to Alessandro Cozzi. And there's trouble for Michael Doppelmayr, the M Racing 64 machine.
3, 2, 1. Full course yellow is deployed. Full course yellow is deployed.
Back to green and David Drew from CLX attacking Matteo Cantarelli, the 23 Events racing machine. This is for 8th position. And David Drew with the inside line down into Copse Corner. Snaffles the spot and starts the chase of Anton Doquin in that RHGP machine right in front. Onto the Hangar Straight, the battle for third in LMP3 Pro-Am. Right behind Paul Trajani in ANS Motorsports. Number 84 is Felipe Fernandez Lazer for Rinaldi Racing. Goes wide around the outside at Stowe. That's a classic Silverstone move. Nicely done, but cutting back on the inside in the Vale can work as well. Trajani not close enough to take advantage. Looks like Lazer is in third now. Trajani under more pressure, and this was the other Rinaldi car. Griffin Peebles going around the outside of Brooklands to take away fourth in LMP3 Pro-Am. RHGP, this is Antoine Doquin holding off David Drew for 7th in LMP3. Drew recovered after his rally crossing on the exit of club corner and having a really good charge here. And this is a reflection of the lead battle, RHGP versus CLX. David Drew tight out of Luffield, trying to go through on the inside by the pit wall. Doesn't quite make it. Three-way battle for 7th in LMP3, coming through traffic. There's the pink-nosed Anton Doquin RHGP. Behind him with the bright blue highlights, David Drew CLX Motorsport. Closing in and bringing Matteo Cantarelli right with him, the 2-3 Events racing machine. And Antoine Doquin at the moment with the pink highlights doing a good job in traffic of keeping David Drew behind him. Just half a second in it. Can CLX Motorsport win in Silverstone and close the points gap before the season finale in Portimao? Very close racing between Miklas Born in the blue Reiter car and Charles Roussan in the green and black Forestry Racing by VPS. Alessandro Cozzi, the leader in GT3, turned around by Felipe Lazer in the Rinaldi Racing LMP3 car. And David Drew running out wide over the curbs, losing 7th to Matteo Cantarelli. More trouble. That's Kevin Rabin in the CD Sport car, buried in the gravel. He's not getting out of there on his own. full course yellow.
A number of cars with
Iron Dames, Vanina Ricks.
3, 2, 1. Full course yellow has been removed.
Back to green, RHGP, High Class and the Iron Dames are our 3 class leaders. Just over a quarter of an hour to go. Adrian David leading for RHGP. Second place, CLX Motorsport. Here comes Romain Favre, first year racing by VPS. The green and black machine all over the back of Alvis Rodella in the CLX Motorsport machine as they catch traffic onto the hangar straight. The CLX car runs out wide. This is really important here. CLX need to finish second to stay in touch in the championship. But through goes Romain Favre. He chose the inside line. That was a good move down into Stowe. He's up to second. RHGP now cannot be caught in the points if they finish first, with CLX Motorsport in third place. Huge pressure now for Hadjian David because as he gets held up by the GT3 leading pink Iron Dames Porsche, right with him now is Romain Favre. Favre and his teammate Louis Rousset only 7th in the standings. They've got nothing in the championship. It's all about trying to win this race. And they don't care if RHGP win the title here or not. They want to win the race. Aurélien Panis, the team manager at Forestier Racing by VPS, watching the action. I'm sure he has told his driver, go for it. Romain Favre, final lap of the race. And Adrian David, not looking ahead of him, he was just watching the mirrors down the hangar straight into Stowe. Major drama could yet come. They're only halfway round the lap. A look here at the loop, but he doesn't get it. At the end of the Wellington Straight will be the final chance to try and pass for the lead, unless there's a drag race to the line. RHGP and Duquesne are watching. So too Forestier Racing, the close end. This is going to be a fantastic, classic Silverstone finish from Brooklands to the tight right at Luffield. Look at Favre, he's run out wide. He's going to V off the corner. He's going to have a real drag race to the line. This is going to be incredibly close. RHGP or Forestier Racing by VPS, they spread out across the line by 0.1 of a second. RHGP win the race. And with it, the title. Forestier Racing by VPS in second, CLX Motorsport claimed third. High Class ahead of 2-3 events, the top 2 in LMP3 Pro-Am, and it's victory in GT3 for the Iron Dames. The first ever Michelin Le Mans Cup race at Silverstone was an absolute cracker, and it produced the tightest ever finish in the series history.
I was more looking into my mirrors than in front, to be honest. But yeah, I was just focused on not doing any mistake. I knew that without mistake they could not overtake us. Very happy with that win. Very happy with that year. I think everything is thanks to a race.
Pierre-Alexandre Provost and Alvis Rodella take third, Romain Favre and Louis Rousset second. But it's a second consecutive win for Adrien David and Hugo Schwarzer. They are now the champions, so in Portimao, 2nd to 7th places will battle for the runner-up spot, with 14 points covering the 6 cars and 26 on offer. In LMP3 Pro-Am, High Class Racing took the checker first, but the car stopped on the way into the pit lane, didn't make it to Parc Ferme under its own power, and was heartbreakingly disqualified. And that means Julien Lemoine and Paul Trajani took third for ANS, Rinaldi Racing, Steve Power and Griffins Peebles took second, and 2-3 Events Racing's Terence Woodward and James Winslow claimed the win. All of which means it's now a 1-2 in the standings for Rinaldi, with the 66 car just 8 behind. Motorsport 98 pushed down to third. But there are 4 potential winners of the championship in Portimao. In GT3, Marta Garcia Lopez took the checker to claim the first win of the season for the Iron Dames.
Marta, you're my hero! I just cannot believe it. From pole position to the win of the race, it's incredible. Until the final lap, we didn't know if we were going to make it. Here we are, and the whole team and the Iron Dames really deserve it.
Josep Mayola Comodira and Mark Carroll Ibarra took third for Biergas Motorsport. AF Corsa's Alessandro Cozzi and Eliseo Dono second. And it's the Iron Dames Porsche, Vanina X and Marta Garcia Lopez on the top step of the podium. Second place here keeps the 51 AF Corsa Ferrari on top of a Ferrari 1-2-3, so there will be a prancing horse champion. But that is all for Portimao. Here in Silverstone, we celebrate our LMP3 champions. Congratulations to Adrian David, Hugo Schwarzer and R-Ace GP. What a season. And that is it for Silverstone. The final Michelin Le Mans Cup race will be October the 18th, the season finale in Portimao. We will see you there.